What do SOPHIE, Autechre and the Chemical Brothers have in common? They all used this weird little grey box to craft some of the most forward-thinking electronic music of the 21st century. This is the Elektron Monomachine, a discontinued digital synth that's become a cult classic. Today we are diving into how this machine carved out its own sonic legacy and why some of the boldest producers in electronic music still swear by it.
Hello there, my name is Hector, and I'm going to talk a bit about the Monomachine. The Monomachine is a synthesizer with multiple identities.
The Monomachine was released in 2004 by Swedish gear maker Elektron.
It's actually very hard to make simple products that are very good.
It came in two versions, the desktop SFX60 and the limited keyboard version with a joystick called SFX6. At a time when analog gear was dominating the conversations, this box went in a different direction. 6 monophonic digital synth tracks, each running its own sound engine. It could do virtual analog, FM, speech synthesis, even emulate a SID chip from the Commodore 64.
Most synthesizers use only one synthesis method when generating sounds, but the Monomachine hosts no less than 5 different methods.
What really made the Monomachine special wasn't just its range of sound engines, it was its sequencer.
This flexibility, combined with an integrated world-class sequencer, makes the Monomachine a unique synthesizer capable of generating an impressive array of sounds.
Elektron's now famous parameter logs let you now automate any synth parameters on per-step basis. That means every node in a sequence can sound completely different, changing filters, waveforms, effects, whatever you want. This made the Monomachine not just a synth, but a full-on experimental sound lab. One of the most iconic users of the Monomachine was SOPHIE. Bip was a groundbreaking track known for its innovative, glossy and distorted sound design, largely achieved using the Elektron Monomachine synthesizer sequencer and Ableton Live. Almost everything was synthesized, sculpted from raw waveforms into strange, elastic textures that sounded like rubber, metal or even skin. Pop music on another level.
Well, you have the possibility with electronic music to generate any texture in theory and any sound. So why would any musician want to limit themselves? You want to work with the most powerful tools you can work with. And in the past that may have been a piano or a guitar, but now I think the power of software synthesizers is something that all musicians, I would think, would want to harness.
It's a perfect example of what happens when you push a limited machine beyond its design. Actress, the British experimental techno artist, is another key user. For him, the Monomachine is a central part of the sound palette.
I'm Actress. I record avant-garde electronic music. I've been making music in my head since I can remember, since I was born really, but in terms of translating that to electronic equipment from about the age of 16.
Also, IDM legends Autechre were early adopters drawn to the machine's digital quirks and sequencing power. They moreover released their Syshex files from the 2008 Quartistic tour, so you were basically able to rebuild the album on your own. The Chemical Brothers used the Monomachine both in the studio and on tour. Their track Saturate was reportedly built around the Monomachine sequences, along with live drums and FX. The machine was used during live shows as well. It's a machine with its own philosophy as mentioned by the Elektron company itself. It's not designed to impress on the first listen. It doesn't hand you polished sounds, it challenges you. The Monomachine is sort of unpredictable, but because of that, it can become a go-to songwriting tool. You don't use it to emulate something else, you use it to discover something you didn't expect. Alessandro Cortini from Nine Inch Nails used the rare keyboard version to compose outside his modular comfort zone. And it's not just a legacy instrument. The UK duo Overmono use it today on tracks like Everything You Need or Face Magenta. It shows that the machine still shapes left-field electronic music in 2025. In 2016, Elektron discontinued the Monomachine along with its digital drum sibling, the machine drum. Since then, the demand exploded, prices doubled, and it's become a collector's item. So the Monomachine was never mainstream, and that's exactly what it made it important. It forced artists to think differently. Its digital weirdness wasn't a bug, it was a feature. And in the hands of visionaries, that weirdness became the foundation for entirely new music styles, from glitchy IDM to hyperpop and beyond. The legacy of the Monomachine is still alive in today's music.